It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. I'm your host, Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this past week, I spared no expense. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to get into Jurassic Park Dinosaurs from 1993. You might have heard of it. Might not have. But if you haven't, I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to get into that. But first, couple things. I want to give a big shout out to San Francisco. Got some plays over in San Francisco this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Todoraba, and San Francisco. I heard people are starting to invest in your area again. Makes total sense because that is the future home of Starfleet. Very cool. So thanks, Lisa. Appreciate guys' gratitude. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the album called Well Fed by the one and only Sun Tzu Cosmic and Renalian, dropping cosmic raps over crazy electronic hypnotic beats. So if you want to hear an album that you never heard before in your entire life, I'll put the link below to Well Fed. Check it out. Now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we about to get Jurassic up in here. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I have a special guest this week. You might know her. She's been on here before. She makes the podcast that much better, that much sweeter. And this lady's name is Renee L.A. Renee L.A., please say hi to the party people.
Hello, all.
Yeah, that's Renee L.A. And this week we're going to talk about Jurassic Park. So let's get right into it. Renee L.A., when, where did you see Jurassic Park for the very first time in your life? The first time in your life you saw Jurassic Park on the screen, some kind of screen. Where and when? And tell me all about it.
Okay, so I was like, I think the last person on earth to see it for the first time. At least that's what I felt. Go to the theater. I saw it with my parents. And the theater was totally empty. There was one other person, and it happened to be my friend's brother. It was so crazy. So that was about, I think this came out in the summer of 93. And I'm pretty sure it was like December, January that I saw it. So.
Now, did you guys have popcorn? Do you remember that?
I don't know. I really don't remember that. My parents didn't really do a lot of extra stuff, so I'm gonna guess no.
Oh my gosh, no popcorn with Jurassic Park for the first time. But ladies and gentlemen, she did better than me because I believe that I saw Jurassic Park for the first time on VHS. I'm pretty sure they took the VHS tape, popped in the VCR, and I saw it on a small TV. So Renee LA, even though there was not a lot of people there and you didn't have popcorn, I'm pretty sure that your experience was better than mine. Because back in the day, I was super broke. I wasn't a millionaire like I am now. I was broke back then. Yeah, very interesting story. Very cool that you saw the theater. I did not. But the important thing is that we both saw Jurassic Park. And that leads me to this. What did you think about those dinosaurs when you saw them for the very first time? Let me hear about that.
I mean, you're almost left speechless, especially in the theater. The booming sounds, the visuals, just the size of them on the screen, it just makes all the difference. It was amazing.
I would say that is probably true. Now, I've never seen Jurassic Park in theater, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive I've never seen any Jurassic Park in theater. That may or may not be true, but I do understand that. They probably look phenomenal on a big screen. But like I said, I saw Jurassic Park on a little tiny TV, and they were still big. And one additional thing, too, I do remember when I was young that they look super, super real. Now, we just saw Jurassic Park again, and they still look super real. So one thing I'm going to say about that, a lot of times when you watch movies in the future, a lot of times stuff looks old and antiquated. It doesn't look good. To me, these dinosaurs look super, super real, even now in 2025, and this is from 1993. What do you think about that, Renee?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I still felt it. I still felt the impact, and the visuals are just like, I hadn't watched it in a while, and it was like, I was blown away by the realness.
So I would say that I still love this movie. I loved it as a kid. and love as an adult. Now I am 49 years old, and I've not seen this like in 30 years, and it is still a really good movie. But I mean, come on, it's Steven Spielberg, bro. Spielberg has made a lot of classic movies, and usually when Spielberg drops something, it's usually pretty hot most of the time, almost all the time. So yeah, very cool. Dinosaurs real looking, sounds are great. And so in this movie, you know, these dinosaurs are somehow created. They're created through a process of cloning. Now in 2025, you hear a lot about cloning. Cloning this, cloning that, we clone that, we clone sheep, we clone woolly mammoths, we clone all types of stuff. Renee L.A., do you think that we should be cloning dinosaurs if it is possible now in 2025? Because 2025, a lot of technology, a lot of AI, maybe it's possible. If it's possible, should we do this, in your opinion?
That's going to be a hard no.
Do you want to expand why you don't think we should do this?
Do I need to? You saw the movie. I think we're good on that.
So you're preaching to the choir, and I'm going to get into this very early because every movie after this, I might feel the exact same way. I'm just going to set off now. This is not hate. I'm not mad about anything, but let me just say this. If you've seen Jurassic Park and you know anything about dinosaurs, you know these are some ferocious animals. I don't even want to call them beasts, but they're beasts, bro. These are large, humongous animals. And if these things are roaming streets, imagine roaming your town. You ever see a wolf or a dog in your town, a bear, people freaking out. When they see a bear, people freak out. They freak out over bears. The people are tripping out, losing it over a bear in your neighborhood. This is not a bear. This is the size of a house. These are huge, bro. These are the absolute largest animals you ever seen. So yeah, these are very large animals. And like a hard no, I don't think you should be cloning dinosaurs at all. They do not belong in 2025. Because I'll tell you what, they would just take the earth back over. I mean, it's the last thing to say. If they were to do this, goodbye humanity. Forget about wars. Forget all the other nonsense. These guys just take the world over. I'm just saying, probably very quickly too. So yeah, probably shouldn't do that. So I'm gonna say no to that as well. And one additional thing, I'm gonna say no to cloning in general, but we'll get that in some other podcast. So yeah, no cloning, screw that. No, we ain't doing that. Any other thoughts about the movie Renee L.A.? She like speak on.
I want to discuss the characters. I thought the acting was amazing. There was I think 2 moments where I'm like, I didn't think so, but the children, wow. I was blown away. They were super realistic. They were super realistic. Like they really acted like they were in those situations. And their facial expressions, their voice, it was just unbelievable. I thought the acting was great.
They look really scared.
They really did.
They look super scared. Like I was like, oh my God. They probably thought those dinosaurs were real. Because I mean, they look so freaking out. They are freaking out, bro.
And I will say, I did see the making of Jurassic Park. Something that really stuck out. I don't remember every single scene, but I remember this scene when they're running in the big field, the open field, and then those where they were flocking, a gallimimus, I think that's what he was saying they were, but they were flocking towards them. In that scene, like that's fake. Like they're not really so they had to pretend that they were being chased, and it looks so cool. It's really cool to see that.
I would say for this film, they spared no expense.
They did not.
So
They did not.
Spared no expense. So is there anything else you'd like to about the movie, Renee L.A.? Anything else we could touch on?
What characters did you like, though?
Oh, yeah, so we get into that. So, I like the quote I just said, spared no expense. My favorite, most memorable character of that movie for the last 30 years that I remember vividly is this right here. The guy with the white beard, looking like Colonel Sanders, the guy from The Matrix. And these particular lines I remember over 30 years. I'm gonna do them right now. First one is this. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And real quick, before I go to the other line, let me just say this real quick. So if you've been listening to my podcast for a long time, and some of you have, and you hear my intro, I'm gonna do my intro real quick, my real intro. Here's my real intro. Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. Okay, that's been my intro for years. Now, I was watching Jurassic Park, and my beautiful lady, Renee L.A. told me this. She's like, bro, did you just hear what he said? Hey, this is what he says. He goes, welcome to Jurassic Park. And I'm like, bro, that sounds like my intro. So I think maybe subliminally, this movie's in my mind because I just created that intro out of thin air like back in the day, not realizing that I sound like the dude from Jurassic Park. And so, yeah, so that guy, but one additional line I like about him too is like one of my favorite lines. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says this, spared no expense. Like he said it like 5 different times, 6 different times. Spare no expense. He spared no expense. I guess when you're rich, you spare no expenses. But he's like the most memorable guy in the movie. And I like also the Sam Neill's character, the paleontologist, whatever. But honestly, they were all great. Steve Goldblum, what's his name?
Goldblum?
Steve Goldblum.
No, Jeff Goldblum. Oh boy.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, they were all great. The kid,
Jeff Steve.
His name's Jeff or Steve?
Jeff.
So yeah, they were all great. I thought the characters were great. It's a well-done movie. We're gonna move on to the second movie, so real quick, we're gonna podcast every single movie, all of them, until the new one comes out on July 2nd. We're gonna watch that and we're gonna do that one. So you will hear this podcast for the next 2 weeks. It's Jurassic Park, all 2 weeks. It's nothing but Jurassic Park.
Okay, but I have one more thing.
Go for it.
Would you go to Jurassic Park?
If I was ready to die. If there was wait. If there was nothing else on planet Earth I wanted to do, yes.
If you didn't value your life anymore, then
wait. If I've done everything to do on planet Earth and I was like 80 years old, yeah, I would go. But if there was still more to be done, no, I wouldn't go. Because chances are, if you go to Jurassic Park, you're probably not coming back. And I feel the movie we just saw kind of illustrated that. There were some interesting characters. Guess what? They ain't going home, bro.
Well, then I'm not gonna say anything else because I know I'm ahead of you with this movie watching.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I'm not gonna comment
anymore. Because I don't know what happens next.
Mom's the word.
But let me just say one other last thing. So I suspect the next 6 movies this was gonna happen. That's what's gonna get loose. You have to run from them, hide from them, relocate them. This is what's probably gonna happen. I don't even know what goes on, but I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. Pretty sure that's what happens.
Well, we have to watch and see.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we watched Jurassic Park again after like 30 years. Because we're old, bro. We're older people. We've been around for a while. And we ain't seen it for a while. It's like, you know what? There's a new one coming out. Let's check it out. Let's take a binge. Just like I did for the Mission Impossible binge. Now we taking the Jurassic binge. We going back to Jurassic period. Bones and Tyrannosaurus Rexes with little arms and Stegosauruses and pterodactyls and whatever kind of dinosaurs you got.
Oh, you just reminded. I have one more question.
Go for it.
So you don't like dinosaurs or you never leave cabbage onto them. That's fine. But you have to have a favorite at this point. Just give your favorite top of the head go.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Because he got tiny little arms. So real quick, Tyrannosaurus Rex is the opposite of human beings. Because human beings go to the gym, they skip leg day, right? Humans always skip leg day.
They skip arm day.
But you know what though? Tyrannosaurus Rexes, they skip arm day. They all about the legs. They skip an arm day. Yeah. So, they know where the power's at. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the podcast. And before we sign off, Renee L.A., do you have anything to say to these party people? Go for it.
Take care of your people. Take care of your things. And take care.
If you wish to know the divine, feel the wind on your face and the warm sun on your back. Ito Tai Shimano. Till this time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.